Hey guys, it's Bren, and today I'm here with 3 post-burn reviews from my first holiday Bath & Body Works haul. Rather than do individual videos for each that are only like 2 minutes long, I'm just going to kind of group them together. I make a little less money that way, but it's easier and it seems like, yeah, it makes sense. But if you want to skip around and you only want to know about one of these candles, I'll put the timestamps in the description box below so you can skip ahead. But in this video, I'm going to talk about Pink Fairy Gumdrop, Chocolate Lava Cake, and Chocolate Peppermint Cream now that I've burned those 3. And then I'll be back with another video where I talk about Cherry Mocha, Praline, Pecan, and Cream. Yeah, and Cranberry Peach. I'll come back and talk about those, so stay tuned. But yeah, let's get started with Pink Fairy Gumdrop. So the notes on this one are sparkling sugared berries, pink cotton candy, and sprinkle of fairy dust. And the big comparison here has been unicorn sprinkles, and I've heard people compare it to gelato, the old cotton candy scent, and I can totally understand all of those. I haven't smelled the old cotton candy scent that people still talk about, but I do feel like there's a little bit of a sweet, sugary vibe in here that's reminiscent of cotton candy in a way. So I burned this, and I also burned my old unicorn sprinkles kind of like in different parts of the house, and then I brought them together and I smelled them side by side. And I stand by what I said in my haul video, which was basically that, you know, gelato is a really tart scent with like a lot of kind of like a tart lemon going on. And then unicorn sprinkles is a little bit sweeter than gelato. And then Pink Fairy Gumdrop is sweeter still. So if you never smelled unicorn sprinkles, you could kind of imagine something right in the middle of Pink Fairy Gumdrop and gelato, right? But this is definitely the sweetest of the 3. And it does have a little bit of that tart, like lemoniness going on that you get with the unicorn. But in addition to that, there's just this really sweet candy-like kind of, it almost reminds me a little bit of the sweetness in saltwater taffy, like not exactly, but same kind of candy sweetness. And it's not bad. But it's not great either. I'm sort of just like right in the middle on it. I do feel like if you did not get enough unicorn sprinkles, but you liked it, and, you know, this one was very limited, online only. So, you know, if you're missing that and you wished it would have come back, I think you would probably like this too, because it is kind of the same, just a little bit sweeter. It really smells like, kind of like, there's some kind of candy, you know, like some kind of, I said Smarties, I think, in my haul, kind of like Smarties, but maybe a little more tart than that. But not as tart as like a sweet tart or something like that. Maybe a little bit kind of like gummy candy as well. But yeah, it's just really like light, sweet, candy-like, little bit of tartness, lots of sugar. It's not, the only thing is, it's not a holiday scent at all. It does not at all remind me of Christmas or make me think of winter or anything like that. But definitely, if you liked unicorn sprinkles, you missed that, you might want to pick up this one. It's a little bit sweeter version of that kind of, and you know, it's totally, like, it's cute and it's pink and whatever. It was a medium strength and throw. Like, this kind of scent isn't going to be one that's going to be really strong. Like, you know, it's just kind of sweet or whatever, but it was very medium. So far, it's performed well and everything like that. It's kind of cute, you know. Yeah, that's about what I have to say about that. Now, moving on to Chocolate Lava Cake. This is in the same collection. Kind of cute, you know. Not as much of a fan of this one and the color and whatnot, but it's all right. Notes on this are scrumptious chocolate cake, gooey cocoa center, and powdered sugar. And so there's been a lot of back and forth on this one regarding if it is a repackage of Hot Fudge Sundae or not. And when I first smelled Chocolate Lava Cake on cold, I immediately went to the shelf and picked up the Hot Fudge Sundae, and I even posted on Instagram, you know, hey, does anybody think these are a repackage? Because on cold sniff, it smells like a repackage. And let me read you some of the comments that I've gotten on Instagram about it, because it's just so split. I have 25 people have chimed in on whether or not they think it's a repackage. And it's like somebody said, I think it's the same, but I heard that the cake part comes out when it's burning. Someone says, smells the same to me, smells the same. Another person smells the same. But then someone else is like, I don't know. I actually do think they're different. I think I get Hershey syrup from Hot Fudge Sundae, and I get cake from the lava cake. Someone says, yeah. Someone says I work at the Bath and Body Works, so I've smelled the candles enough. I can pick up on the minute differences. They're different. And then someone right below says, it's the same. Everyone who works in my store agreed as well. And then someone's like, I have an unburned hot fudge and I think they're the same. Someone says, I don't think so. I think I smell a little bit of a cake note with the lava cake. Someone else agreed with that person. Someone said, they're definitely different to me. And then right underneath, someone says, definitely the same. It just keeps going like that. I mean, it's really split, but I do think there's slightly more votes for it being a repackage, and I have to say I think it's a repackage. So I've burned them both now, and I went ahead and I lit up the old hot fudge sundae again, and I did the same thing that I just did with the the pink fairy gumdrop and the unicorn sprinkles. I burned them in different parts of the house at first so I could walk from room to room and just kind of smell them isolated, but then I also just kind of had them burning right next to each other so that I could smell like one and then lean over and smell the other, and gosh, you guys, I just think they're the same. Now here's the thing, when I say that, I do have to add the disclaimer that, like, every time a candle comes out and it comes back, I mean, just take frosted cranberry over the years, right? If you smell a frosted cranberry from 2010 right now next to a brand new frosted cranberry, they're going to smell like a little bit different just because one's older, one's newer. They're obviously different batches and all of that, So from year to year, you can get a little bit of variation, even in the same scent that is definitely a repackage, And so, yes, there might be a minute difference between these two, but they smell the same to me, 99% the same at least. And unfortunately, that means that for me, I'm not getting any kind of bakery note from the chocolate lava cake. Best chocolate scent that I've ever smelled that smells like chocolate cake is the Yankee Candle chocolate layer cake. That candle smells just like chocolate cake, or you're baking brownies or something like that. This, no. This just smells more like the actual lava part of the chocolate cake, right? Just the sauce. Just kind of how this smells like hot fudge, and nobody really thought that it smelled like ice cream or anything else, just the fudge part. I mean, yeah, it smells like chocolate sauce. Personally, I'm not that big on it. I don't think that this is an overall disappointment, though, because I know there are some people that really liked hot fudge sundae, and so you should be happy that it's back, and it works even kind of with this name. I don't think the notes are right on, but I mean, it does smell like the middle of a chocolate lava cake. It just smells like chocolate syrup, and I don't know, for me personally, so I'm not big on chocolate, like even like eating it, I'm just not. So I'm not a huge fan, but it kind of smells like cheap chocolate to me. Like I'm thinking back to my childhood where like one of my grandmothers, awesome, I had the best grandmothers, both of them, but she bought like the nasty little Palmer's chocolates sometimes, and they just like weren't good. And this kind of reminds me of that, like off-brand chocolate or like low sugar chocolate. It doesn't even really smell like a good chocolate to me. Don't hate me. I mean, some people really like this candle. Personally, I'm just not a fan. So it's not going to be a repackage or repurchase for me. It is a repackage, I think. So I don't know, but agree to disagree. Some people don't think that it is. Let me know if you get a cake note when you're burning it, but burning it right next to hot fudge sundae, they smell the same to me. I don't really get a cake note. It just smells like chocolate sauce. And for me personally, not even really a good chocolate sauce. I don't know. But I will say it is pretty strong. So if you do like the scent, that's good news. It's kind of like medium to high strength and throw, like 7 or 8 out of 10. And the burn was good on it so far. So I haven't burned it a ton because I'm not a big fan of it, but I haven't had any issues so far. So that's my thoughts on chocolate lava cake. And now we will move on to the last one in this particular video. Let's talk about chocolate peppermint cream. So, chocolate peppermint cream notes. I gotta be careful with this one, it's still kind of warm. Crushed peppermint candies, creamy chocolate, white sugar. And I already in my haul video talked about how it kind of compares to all the other mint chocolate scents that they've done over the years. There's so many. I've got a couple of them sitting here to do some comparisons, but I mean, you could go on and on because they love their chocolate mint candles. So for me, burning this, I will borrow from Tina Divalicious a little bit on this because his review, he said that he kind of feels like there's a little bit of that fudge note from hot fudge sundae / chocolate lava cake in this candle, and that's kind of what differentiates it from the other like mint chocolate scents. And I don't know that I would have picked up on that on my own, but after he said that and I burned it, I was kind of like, okay, yeah, I agree with that. The chocolate here is kind of the same as the chocolate lava cake chocolate, and for that reason, it's a little different than like the standard mint chocolate candle. but they're still really similar. Like, I still stand in the camp of, like, if you have mint chocolate and you have mint chip shake and you've got peppermint brownie and white mint latte and all of those, do you need chocolate peppermint cream? I don't know, maybe you do. Maybe you're a huge fan of chocolate mint scents, but for me, they're still all, like, wildly similar. So how I would rank this one is kind of like mint chocolate is like the least sweet. It reminds me more of like a dark chocolate with mint. And then chocolate peppermint cream is so similar to mint chocolate to me, but yes, I will say the chocolate smells a little bit more like a fudgy chocolate, like the chocolate lava cake fudge, but same kind of mint, and so it's a little sweeter than mint chocolate. But then after that, mint chip shake, also remarkably similar to chocolate peppermint cream. These two are really similar. But this one's a little sweeter still, and I feel like I get a little bit more of like a cookie, like a Thin Mint cookie vibe from the mint chip shake, because it's just a little sweeter. And then peppermint brownie and white mint latte are my favorite mint chocolate scents that they've done. I didn't bring those over here, they're over there, but the peppermint brownie has a bakery, like cakeish brownie type note to it, and that makes it really great. And I like white mint latte a lot because it doesn't smell like regular chocolate. It does actually, to me, smell like white chocolate, and it smells like if you get like a peppermint white mocha at Starbucks, like that's my favorite. I'm kind of sad that that one didn't come back this year because I don't have a ton of it. I would have rather had that back or peppermint brownie than this. However, I think this is going to be nice for some people, and I will say, Tina Delicious, he loves this. He loves it so much. He's been raving about it. So definitely, for some people, this is going to be like a major hit. For me, like it's just kind of in the middle because honestly, I would rank it kind of somewhere in the middle between like mint chocolate and white mint latte as far as being my favorite. But it does have a little bit of a difference from all the rest of those. But they all are different. All the mint chocolate scents they've put out over the years are a little different, but also like a little bit the same. This candle has performed well though, and the strength has been about a 7 out of 10. So it's performing decently. Packaging's kind of cute, like certainly nothing wrong with it, but very similar to all the other mint chocolate scents that they've put out. To me, it's not like standing out in any way among the rest, but it's absolutely fine on its own. You know, if you don't have any of the other ones, it would be a good one to try. So that's kind of how I feel about that one. So those are my first 3 post-burn reviews on this first haul. And again, I'll be back with my reviews of the other candles from that haul. And also, I can't wait for the Land of Sweets, I think it is, collection to come out with like the New York cheesecake candle and the London tea and biscuits candle, and also the body care that's supposed to come out to match the bubble baths that are out and stuff. So I'm totally excited for that collection to launch nationwide. I don't have it yet in my store since it's not online, but when that comes out, I'll have another haul. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned. I'll be back with more. You can follow me on Instagram in the meantime at Candles and Music. I'll see you later. Bye.